Good morning, dear friends. Happy Monday. Hope you had a lovely weekend. Hope you had a fun celebration of summer solstice. Here we are now in the Northern Hemisphere anyways. We are in summer. So if you're here with me live, say hi. This is us with our usual check-in for the letting go, what we're going to focus on letting go of this week. Like I say, first week of summer. And, the whole idea of letting go that I often talk about is sometimes it's just enough to become aware of certain things, mindset blocks, limitations, ways that we speak about ourselves. And so sometimes it's enough to just become aware of it and then make a different choice. Other times we need to go a wee bit deeper, like we need to journal things out or learn something new or learn even a wee bit more about ourselves, because we are always in the right place at the right time, even if it sometimes doesn't feel that way. So like I said, that we've just come into the summer solstice. Well, yeah, it was yesterday. But the other thing too is we are in some really powerful energies too. We're still in Mercury retrograde, and this retrograde was a very interesting one. It was in the sign of Gemini, and so very much about communicating how you talk about to yourself and to others, and that's going to be over tomorrow. The Mercury shifts direct tomorrow. Today we have a Jupiter retrograde, and Jupiter is such a powerful energy. It magnifies in really positive ways whatever energies it touches. And this is a longer one. This energy, I believe it's until October that we'll be sitting with that one. So it's about really going deep within you and getting clear on who you are. Maybe even starting to embrace pieces of yourself that some of us call shadow. Shadow is where our power is. And sometimes we need to shine the light of our own light onto it and lovingly accept all aspects of who we are. The other piece is that's really fascinating, and just check in to see if you can feel this. It's talked about the feminine energy is rising. Have you heard that before? It's talked about in different aspects, in different ways. But starting right now, we see the Sun and Venus are in the sign of Cancer. Well, Cancer is all about intuitive and feminine wisdom. And so this is really exciting to think that the sun represents our soul's mission. So wherever that is in your astrological chart, that will actually magnify for you. But like I say, the joining of the Sun and Venus is very powerfully feminine energy, but also tapping into your intuition. So that's kind of the energy that I feel like we're sitting in. And so, as you know, I've been working through my letting go cards in sequence. And today, this week, it's card number 34. And it's about negative body image. How does that come up for you? Do you love what you see when you look in the mirror? Or do you start going, oh, look, there's double chins, or there's saggy this, or there's pieces there that I didn't like? And so sometimes we can get into judging ourselves, even very subtly. So do you lovingly accept all aspects of you? Good morning, Amanda. Good morning, Sheena. Lovely to have you here. So we're talking about the feminine energy that's being bestowed upon us with the Sun and Venus in the sign of Cancer. And then we're going to look at this negative body image aspect, because this is what we're going to do, is let this go. And what a beautiful time for this to be worked on when we feel this divine feminine energy rising, because feminine energy loves and accepts all that is, right? So just feel into that, and I'm going to read this out to you to see if this helps you go a wee bit deeper into this idea of just letting go that negative body image. You are beautiful right now, just the way you are. There is really only one person's opinion you should be concerned with, when it comes to your body, and that is yours. If you are comfortable in your own skin and you're healthy, then that should be the only thing that matters. Do not let others tell you that you are not beautiful, because when you believe you are, then you are. And that's that still, like, even if whether it's people telling you that, or if it's you're comparing yourself to something else on social media, or somebody who's a size 0, or etc., right? Good morning, Sandy. Healthy people have a self-image that's separate from their body image. They have an identity about many things. Perhaps their identity centers on being a friend, a student, a parent, or just having a loving nature. Maybe their focus is a hobby, an instrument, or an animal. There are many things that go into a person's identity or feelings of specialness and self-worth. And on top of it all, they have a body that they take care of and live in. When somebody has a negative body image, they generally do not feel special, and they don't have a strong sense of identity and worth. They latch on to being slim as something they can do and control and be good at. Then their self-image and their body image get twisted up, and they think they are only as good as their body looks to them. In what ways can you feel or be special that have nothing to do with your looks? Can you imagine what it would feel like if you felt worthy? What are some other ways you might separate your body image from your self-image? Just breathe that in. That's your homework for this week. What are ways that you can really acknowledge, anchor in your unique gifts, your specialness? And it's not your body. Your body is this, for sure, your body is this sacred vessel that we get to have this experience with in this life. It is a game, and you are so much more than just your body. So feel that. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Amanda. It's good to have messages when you're ready, right? So what I'm going to do, so just breathe that in. And if you need some more help or ideas, you can put it in the comments below or message me directly, because I think this is a very important piece. Reflecting back onto that feminine energy, we want, we're saying about worth, self-worth. At the core of all of us, we are seeking unconditional love. Can you give that to yourself? Can you unconditionally love all layers and aspects of you? And just see, how does that come up for you? Good morning, Ruth Ann. Thank you, Sandy. Amanda says herself and her daughter, okay. We can talk about that later, or like if there's anything I can do to help you with that, Amanda. But I'm just going to pull, I like to pull a tarot card for this, and then I'll pull 3 of the angel cards to just give us a little bit more breadth about this. Oh, this is awesome. Look at this. The tarot card is the 7 of Cups. Look at this. It's water. So Cancer sign is all about water, right? It's about intuition, emotions, feeling into. And what I love about the 7 of Cups is it's all about choice. Choose, do something. So I said when I read out that the write-up on the card there about what makes you special, shine the light on what it is that makes you special. What makes your heart sing? What lights you up? Where's your joy? What do you love doing? What do you love doing so much that you lose all concept of time? Do more of that. This is supposed to be fun and joy-filled and finding your unique aspect and sharing it. When I say sharing it, I know we're still in this distancing and lockdown some places, but you can still be on Facebook or email somebody or phone somebody or do Zoom chats. It's still connecting. It's still connecting just as much and just as powerfully as if you were sitting with that person. To play with that. So I just shuffled these Doreen Virtue's Healing with the Angels, these cards are called. And these are the ones I like to use with these sessions. And we always get great messages with these. Watch this that's come up. So the first one is signs. You know, anytime you ask a question, you ask for wisdom or guidance or an answer to something, it's always answered. But then it's up to us to become a wee bit of a detective and decipher what are the signs. Watch for the signs. You know, the signs can even just be hearing a bird singing. I have in my area where I live, there's this bird that and the call sounds like here we go. So sometimes that's my answer to something. Is here we go. This is the answer. So play with that. That can be the signs, and then it can help you recognize you are a miracle. There are miracles all around you, all the time. And so it's about making sure that you anchor into that. How can you be a little bit more open to recognizing the beauty, the power, the signs, and the miracles that not only you are a miracle, but they're all over and you're a part of them. And then new beginnings. Isn't that perfect? Now that we've just had the summer solstice, new beginnings. It's new beginnings into a new season and a new way of being. Like I said, with being with your feminine energy and being more in balance, walking with your uniqueness, your brilliance, your beauty, the miracle of you. I love the way these cards are lining up with the planetary influences. I wish you a beautiful week ahead. Like I said, if you need any help or more pieces on this idea of letting go, being critical of your body in any way, let me know. But I'm signing off. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being you. Thank you for showing up. And make sure you follow the guidance of your heart. Much love to you.